Would you quack if I asked you to quack? Would you honk and never honk honk? Would you bluffer if you saw me crunk? Would you call my trill tonight rude? Would you squawk if I touched your beak, not your feet? Would you quack? Oh please, tell me this. Now would you wobble for the one you are employed by? Hold me in your wings tonight. I can be your Stewart the Duck. I can quack away the pain. I will stand by Sir Troy forever. You can't take my hard hat away. Would you quack that you'll always be a loyal employee of the Springfield nuclear power plant? Or would you cackle? Would you waddle and gobble rude? Am I in too deep rude? Have I lost my rights to work from? I don't care. You're Stewart the Duck tonight. I can be your Stewart the Duck. I can honk away the pain. I will stand by Sue Troy forever. You can't take my hard hat away. I can be your Stewart the Duck. I can keep away the pain. I will stand by Sue Troy forever. You can't take my hard hat away. I can be your wheat toast, baby. I can substitute away the tomatoes, and I will offer you a coffee roll forever. You can take my English muffin away, rude. You can take my lettuce away. I can hold it between my knees. Quack, 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 Stewart, quack, quack. Honk, 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 honk the pain. Quack, 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 honk, Sir Troy, quack. Honk, 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 quack, honk. Get back to work. Flimsy Rosewater and Lawrence Nightingale.
And action.
And action.
What did I do with that? Oh, there it is.
Lawrence M. Nightingale and Flimsy Rosewater are going for a walk with their new talkative pet duck, Dilly the Deconstructor Duck. His USP, Dilly is a high-speed talker who is obsessed with the fact they are all characters in a script and uses literary deconstruction as an excuse to steal snacks. Sketch 1. The Narrative Trespasser. A talkative duck waddles into the salt circuit and refuses to lead, claiming the script requires a quirky animal sidekick.
Flimsy. There's a mallard currently mocking the structural integrity of our southern warding. Beg your pardon. Is this a demon in disguise?
Oh, darling, please, I'm not a demon. I'm a narrative necessity. I checked the spotty archives. You boys were getting a bit dry, I beg your pardon. You need a talker. You need a mover, darling. A shaker. I'm the third sibling, didn't you know? Minus the Dobby outfit. It's very bold. Should I tie a jacquard ribbon on him to see if he's a holographic projection? Oh, no ribbons. I'm 10% more restified than your average waterfowl. I'm here to stay, Lawrence. Now, where do you keep the Red Bull? I need to fuel my inner monologue, darling.
It's going to be a long season.
Let me tell you a story. My name is Stewart Duck. I grew up in a pond behind a tire fire. My father sowed decorative pebbles. My mother believed clouds were for retired ducks. I was the odd one in the family, while my brothers learned to fly. I wandered off looking for interesting things. One day I wandered into an animation studio searching for a sausage roll. I accidentally stepped on a union application form. A month later, I was attending meetings and voting on workplace regulations. I was 9 years old. Nobody questioned it. That was my introduction to Springfield. Quack, 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 quack.
Beautiful. Nine's decent for a duck, I think.
I don't know how they age in duck years. Do you?
Lydia, just the same progression as humans, I think. It goes, the
1
more
year
years
to
you go
4.
by. Oh, well, he's some kind of super duck then.
1 duck year to 4 humans. Stewart the Duck.
Tows radioactive waste whilst secretly critiquing management in ancient Aramaic.
Stewart Duck.
Once served as the official safety inspector whilst Homer was on sabbatical.
Stewart Duck.
Moonlight jazz pianist known by his alias Quackadoodledoo.
Stewart Duck.
Browses Angry Birds fanfiction on company computers during his lunch break.
Zootroy.
Spends his shift managing a secret import-export business for antique light bulbs.
Stewart Duck.
Provided the movement animation style for the award-winning short Duck and Cover.
Stewart Duck.
Maintains a strict gluten-free diet whilst working at the nuclear plant.
Stewart Duck.
Wears a yellow hard hat because he is actually an undercover inspector. Not a fact in the bunch.
By 1980, I'm Stewart the Duck. Oh, lovely, by 1980, I'd become a professional waddle consultant. Rude. That meant important people watched me walk, I beg your pardon. One afternoon, the studio was in crisis. The cartoon duck looked wrong. Executives were shouting, animals were panicking, and someone was drawing diagrams. I walked across the room carrying a donut, and the animators were still panicking. Silence. Then applause. The cartoon was saved. It won awards. They gave me a trophy made of cheese. I ate it. The ceremony ended immediately. Oh, what's this coming out of this? What's this coming out of the slot of David 2 baby calculator?
Good. It's a David 2 fact file. David 2.
David 7 quack file! Quack, 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 honk squall. It's a honkin' dad 7 quack file. I want you to quack it between your honk, 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 honk. Quack, quack, honk, waddle.
The comprehensive dossier on Stewart the Duck. Stewart the Duck is the enigmatic highlight of Springfield nuclear power plant's erratic hiring practices. First seen in The Last Temptation of Homer, he is frequently spotted in a hard hat, towing a wagon of nuclear waste, a task he approaches with unexpected professional rigour. Mr. Burns has famously defended Stewart's employment to federal inspectors, cementing his status as a permanent fixture. His resume is surprisingly prestigious, if you add whatever you want to it. He once served as the plant's official safety inspector and acted as a movement consultant for Itchy and Scratchy Studios, with his likeness appearing in the short Duck and Cover. Beyond his manual labour, Stewart is a creature of hidden depths. In the mobile game The Simpsons Tapped Out, he is a sought-after character, while his appearance in Specs and the City showed him browsing Angry Birds fanfiction on company time. False. Rumours persist that he is a polyglot who speaks ancient Aramaic to mock management and a closeted jazz pianist, performing as Quackadoodledoo. Furthermore, he maintains, as we've discussed already, he maintains a strict gluten-free diet, a testament to his refined, albeit secret, lifestyle behind the scenes of the power plant.
Well, I didn't know any of that stuff. Thanks, David, too. Well, here's a card. He was popular enough to get one of the Topps Simpsons Mania cards, and it says, "Hidden shame, he is a down comb over." So it basically says he's bald under that wig, under that hat.
That's duck wig. Yeah, that's a cool one.
That's canon as well.
T-shirt. It is, 1 second. Oh, that's annoying.
What's that?
I have it somewhere. I thought I'd be easily able to find it, but it wasn't in my pile.
Ah, I see.
But I do own this Stewart card.
Really? That's nice.
Yes, alongside this one. Yeah, he's our least frequented character ever. What else does the card say?
It says Stewart replaced Homer Simpson for a brief time as safety inspector at the Springfield nuclear power plant. Prior to that, he served as a model for the animators on the Itchy and Scratchy cartoon series. The fruits of his labours at Itchy and Scratchy Studios may be seen in the award-winning cartoon Duck and Carver. Exercise routine, swimming in the company toilets, dislikes hungry co-workers brandishing orange sauce, currently retired and flying south. Interesting.
Phenomenal. So some of that information was not
Oh,
just
no, I knew
pulled
that.
out of Chatbot's ass.
I knew that, and there may be other little bits here and there that make it also not so untrue. Intro.
Baffling. I will say those Topps cards are the maudiest released merch ever by a long
Why?
shot.
What's so maudy about them?
The character selections,
Yeah.
for example, Stewart the Duck. Considering, yeah, like Raheem,
Oh
like
yeah.
it's basically quite a good selection of the characters we have covered. Helen, Maud, Luann, etc., etc.
Very good. I mean, it's nice for them to dig deep and not just have a whole bunch of Homer, Homer underwater, Homer in space. Stuart Discotheque.
Exactly. So a lot of our personal favourites were covered.
Oh, beautiful. Any databases?
Possibly not in this pile, but there's many more.
How many series of Topps Simpsons cards did they do?
I believe they did 2 in the 90s, and then they did 2 in like the early 2000s, which is
All
where the
right.
Stewart one is from.
Oh yeah.
But they
Big-
just kind of followed through on the first set is kind of obscure-ish, but
Right.
it was like season 3 or 4, so it's like Doris, Lionel, etc.
Yeah.
So in like 2003, we're talking like season 12-ish. So yeah, it's just whoever the heck they wanted, basically.
Did they do like normal characters too, or did they really lean
No,
into the? No, they only did obscure ones. That's fun.
they only did like D or E listers, basically.
Maybe that's a cool episode of us going through the characters and saying how cast worthy they are.
It's true. Quite a lot of them we have covered.
Well,
I will.
we've only done about 15 casters, right? 20 or so.
This is like 34.
Shut
This is
the
like
door.
It's like Cast 34.
Good Lord. Upon the formerly desolate periphery of the WWP, a gentle radiance emerges as the reliquarians anchor their valued vessel within the brine ring. Their personas are Lawrence M. Nightingale and Flimsy Rosewater.
Precisely. I am Lawrence. Shellfish shunning. Oh yeah, this one is me, is it? Yes. I am avowed adversary of Kale. I am the ultimate successor to a prehistoric Yeti lineage. I am a male master and a bold serial architect. Bold in the sense of it is in a bowl. Intermittent partner of Asian Graceland and Euro Dollwood. I collect the luck of cow feet, and I won an award for a variety of garlic bread structures. I made a garlic bread Vatican. It won.
And I am Flimsy, enthusiast of silk, untiring hunter of the Medusa jellyfish. I return delight to the rodent hamlet following eras of Zen wickedness. My spirit stores for margarita pizza, even the refrigerated variety.
If you happen upon our sibling Dobby, or patriarch Ouija Bag, notify us.
Ouija Bag's been very absent for a long time, hasn't he? Surprisingly.
He has.
Acting as administrators within Lay Lee's municipal hub, we document Springfield's peculiar fissures.
We chase unadorned reality, merely to unearth the ultimate certainty. We have been perpetually urban cosmonauts offspring, perpetually.
Unwind in Pixels, Ham 1, Jessica Owl, and the Slumberer.
Rest in peace.
There's an extra bit from on David 2's little roll of baby paper.
Oh yes.
It's a David 7 quack file! Quack, 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 honk squall. It's a honkin' dad 7 quack file. I want you to quack it between your honk, 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 quack, quack, honk, waddle.
The Zootroy summary. Zootroy, who will be getting his own episode fairly soon, is a shadowy labourer at the plant, frequently employed by Mr. Burns to bypass labour laws, known for his thick accent and incomprehensible muttering irony. He represents the faceless, undertrained workforce that keeps the facility operational, though he has a face. Though viewed primarily as a joke by his peers, local legends suggest he operates a high-end import-export business for antique light bulbs directly out of his Sector 7G locker. Some even theorise he is a displaced 19th century Austrian time traveller who is secretly using his current employment to study computer science in the hopes of navigating the modern era. Put it in H.
Sketch
A
2.
different character.
the duck versus the crypto spider. Assistant Spider tries to sell Dilly on the arachnocoin, but the duck outmaneuvers him with superior pond water logic.
I believe we are both of these people. I can.
Greetings, biological entity. Are you tired of standard pond-based commerce? Invest in arachnocoin, the first web-based currency. Oh, Spider Honey, your pitch is derivative. I'm already on pond water NFTs, I beg your pardon. Each nipple, I mean ripple, is unique, just like my interpretation of Jacques' grocery list. You're playing checkers while I'm playing 9-dimensional pond chess. Eek! This bird is a disruptive paradigm shift I cannot calculate. I must consult the silk chain.
Look at him go. He's talked the spider into a corner. That duck has the power of resentment.
He's just annoying. Ham2, please provide some noise-cancelling firewall for my ears. Wah, 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 wah. So why do you like Stu?
So his
Stuart?
BD. Oh yes, Big Daddy. He's fine. I wouldn't say I love him. He's a duck. I like the cuteness. I like that he has the sentience to understand that he's at work.
Yes. But also something that Groening said he would never do.
Yes, he did say, but he did say he would not have animals act like people, which it
Right.
doesn't really, except for it understanding the human language. But it does still act very duckish. It's a good choice for an employee in terms of the animals that they could have chosen.
Oh, yeah.
I was the most surprised so far. It's like a reverse cast this, in the sense that some of the earlier ones who are very limited screen time, like Barb, Pam Flanders, even Poochie, I thought, I'm going to struggle for content here. And then there was absolutely loads of everything.
Right.
And then this is the first time that has not actually been the case, and they've never. I think maybe there's like a picture of Stewart in like season 34 or some shit.
Right.
Other than that, never seen in the background, never mentioned.
So essentially, Stewart the Duck, purely that's it. Those kind of like that kind of 20 seconds he's on screen is like the entire everything we know about Stewart.
Yes, but also that was the case for many of our characters going in, like Disco
Yeah.
Stew. They come in for one joke and then they just hung around and became a part of the town completely.
Yeah.
That did not happen for Stewart the Duck, probably because they forgot about him, or
Forgot about
also
Duck.
because he is a duck.
Well, I think
They just
I
didn't
think
wanna-
his mystery is what makes him delightful. Well, let's do some CC connections to see if it gets us anywhere. Death Glasses School.
We're gonna have to go out on a limb and say yes to death, I think.
Really?
Although, well, the time is linear, so it doesn't non-linear there, so it doesn't really matter, does it? So it might not have been 4 human years,
No.
but that's the best you're gonna get out of Stewart, basically.
No glasses, never been to school, not even duck
Nope.
school.
He is correct. I'd say he was fairly cool because he is on his own time at work. He's not, he's not Smithers, is he?
He's nobody's duck.
Exactly. He's not a mobber. No love connections.
As far
Tap
as
Tap
we
and
know.
Bongo, yes, still, which is good.
Do we get much from the Tap Tap and Bongo appearances of Stu?
You will see within the next 45 minutes or so.
Nice.
But
Good.
no, it's the quick answer.
Celebrity voice married to Selma.
No and no so far.
Do we hear Stuart at all?
Yes, he does make duck noises.
Ah.
I don't think it's made clear who makes those noises. I would genuinely push for Rosaria, to be honest.
Brad Pitt.
Possibly Clooney.
But wasn't Brad Pitt like one of the Guardians of the Galaxy that got killed?
I believe that was Deadpool 2. I thought you were referring to early South Park when they would have celebrities ask could they be guest voices on the show, such as George Clooney,
Oh yeah, I'd forgot about that. That is what I was referring to, yeah.
and they just made them. I think Jay Leno might be Catman's cat, so they just came in to make dog and cat noises.
Right.
But that's not happened here, as
No.
far as we know.
As far as we know.
Could be Roswell. Who knows?
Multiple
Um,
jobs, Springfield celebrity, poverty.
Well, according to that card, multiple jobs is a yes, which is good.
Yes.
Celebrity, no, but could have easily fallen into that realm had they pushed it further, like Duffman.
Can't breathe.
Exactly. Oh no. Poverty, no, he seems to be, he's in full employment, and his house is probably quite small because he's a duck.
I would imagine that given that he is a duck and he doesn't have clothes and he doesn't really have need for anything, assuming he gets paid human wages and not duck wages, it's got to be pretty damn well off for a duck, right?
Yeah, probably like King. He's probably the Mr. Burns of ducks.
Yeah.
It's a whole other, like 15-minute spin-off that we'll get to in like season 44.
Stu McDuck.
Exactly.
Do you think do you think he lives at the power plant?
No, I think he commutes from his pond, possibly at the back. There's also
That's not a duck behavior.
well, there's the theory or possibility that we could look into that in the same way as Blinky the fish. I think that's the first time we've ever mentioned the fish in like 6 years.
I don't think that's the first time. I'm pretty sure the fish has popped up from time to time.
Possibly. I don't think so. But yes, possibly. Maybe the nuclear waste has sort of like altered Stewart, so he's more of a mutant duck than a regular duck, which is why he understands the concept of a 9 to 5.
I think so. What a way to make a living.
Exactly.
Moving in with the Simpsons, incompetent, surnameless parents.
No Simpsons. I would argue that he is not incompetent. He's not been sacked. Burns is pushing to keep this duck.
Yeah.
Surnameless, yes, unless the duck is his surname. And parents probably has some.
Probably has some. I think moving in with the Simpsons, I think we should turn that into a points score. How funny and likely is it that Stewart would ever move in with the Simpsons?
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's what happened with Pinchy, which is, Homer would bond with him, Marge would dislike it, and eventually it would be eaten by them.
So likely and yeah, duck color orange, isn't it? At the end of the day, probably for our Stewart.
I think the Simpson that would be most connected to Stewart though would be Lisa. I think Lisa would form Lisa or Maggie would be the reason that Stewart moved in the story.
Oh, the episode writes itself. Basically, the do-gooder's going to let him go at the end after everybody gets to know them and maybe tries to eat him.
Exactly, yes, and then he gets hit by an airplane.
Gets hit by an airplane, yeah, of course. Wah, 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 wah. Episode 3, The Pigeon Wars. Oh, for a brief period I became involved in bird politics. The pigeons elected me, the sparrows hated me, the crows accused me of corruption, and the geese declared independence. For 6 months I chaired meetings about breadcrumbs and park benches. One argument lasted 3 bloody days. Nothing was solved. I eventually resigned after being attacked by an angry budget committee. The pigeons still consider me a hero. The pigeons are wrong.
Well, thank you, Daly.
Freddie Mercury.
Exactly.
What rank would you put Stewart the Duck?
Mama just honked a quack. Very bottom, like F, I think we're in, with alongside... There's nobody who is in F currently that I can justify Stewart being higher than in the list.
Who's down there?
Let's have a look, but I'm pretty sure it's like Barb.
Database's mate, what's he called?
We haven't looked at any Friends of Database. Do you mean Ham?
No, Chinese kid.
Todd Flanders. Cosine.
Cosine.
Only characters that we have
done episodes on.
Done episodes on. Ironically, by sheer coincidence, have made it into this list. Oh no, so we have a G. We have a G list.
Who's that?
So I would argue the G list contains, when the image loads, Pinchy, Santa, Cthulhu, Zombies, Ned's Date Diane, Pam Flanders, and Big Daddy. And I argue that Stewart fits right in there with those.
Stewart's up there in the top end with Big Daddy. He could push for an F.
F is Leopold, Raheem, Barb, Matt Groening, Ginger, Rachel, and Sarah. Ned's.
I mean,
ladies, not Wigan.
Stewart's around that area, isn't it? It depends. Stewart's quite well known as a one-off with Simpsons fans. The general populace would never be aware of it.
I would put, I think that's a solid argument to put him in F, actually. He's more well-known and he got a card, so...
He got a card, didn't he? Shall we move to some content? Do you want to give the good people some context for this content? Clip 1, The Last Temptation of Homer. So we get, this is the classic clip.
The clip.
So we get, I guess, some sort of undercover agent who's super cool, actually. And he I don't think that guy ever appears again or gets any characterization. But he points out that Zootroy is an illegal alien, but Burns protests and says that Zootroy, a big, very stereotypical Eastern European man with a very large mustache and droopy eyes, is as American as apple pie.
Doch, nie krabga, Mr. Boons.
Doc ni crabba, Mr. Buns is what he says, and it does sound a little bit like Spinal Tap doing a groundskeeper Willie.
I thought it was probably Homer, Dan Castellaneta, because...
Doch, nie krabga, Mr. Boons.
This plant bio...
Yeah, I'm sticking with that because it sounds very much like Groundskeeper Willie.
Yes, he actually says Mr. Buns, but
speaking, it's not even relevant to the clip we're looking at. I just left that in and this little bit in as well because it's just because they're Maudie, not Stewarty.
We found a missing Brazilian soccer team working in your reactor core.
Basically, he goes on and bangs on about how there's they're breaking all the immigration things, and there's a Brazilian soccer team working down in the core, and Burns is getting very angry. That plane crashed on my property, insists. For starters, you should blah 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 blah. Hire one woman. Zotroy is looking very cool, just slumped down in his chair. All right, I'll bring in a woman, but I still stand by my hiring policies. And as it stands, Stewart wanders in. He waddles in, duck style, starts nuzzling under his wing.
Get back to work, Stewart.
Does a
Very cute.
very cute. Does a quack quack quack. Mr. Burns shouts at him, "Get back to work, Stewart." It's a great design. Stewart's got a little white helmet on, and he's carrying a little trailer behind him that has some radioactive juice in it.
Ducks as well. I've only really made this connection, but ducks don't tend to be yellow. So is that implying that Stewart is a duckling in like a freshly born great creation?
Could be.
I like the behind the scenes idea of what's the most unnecessary animal that we could bring into this and have it be like, how could we utilize this animal that it would actually be doing some work?
Oh yeah, it's great. I mean that one clip where Zotroy and Stewart were just hanging out together. So
I wanted more. I wanted much more. Yeah, the woman. Did you notice the woman and her very, very, very Maudie voice?
Oh yeah, it's very Maudie. It's like, is this another cousin?
That's what I was thinking. Is this a second power plant? Both of the female power plant employees or power plant associates we've met so far have been very, very Maudie women.
Very Maudie. But enough of that. Back to Stewart. So Stewart is told
My hiring policies.
to get back to work.
Get
And
back
he
to work,
does.
Stewart.
He immediately
He does what is asked of him.
Which again is not very ducky. It's much more human-y.
It is, but there was also the option that you're just hearing, like a directed sort of shout towards him.
Like a
Would
dog.
probably also make, like, if I went to the pond now and shouted something at a duck, it would probably also run away.
That's true, actually. So you think he's just fleeing rather than actually doing any work?
Yes, like he's sort of not really sure what he's doing there, but he's having a great time doing it. Sort of like police dogs.
Sort of like police dogs, they do seem to love their work of finding explosives and ham.
Yes, and they don't understand the context of the importance of that. They're just, let's go sniff out some bombs. Whereas this duck or duckling wakes up on the pond at the back of the power plant, sort of flies in.
Yeah.
Probably flies in on the pretense of Smithers putting out food. And for all we know, you wouldn't employ one duck. So it's likely that there's an entire duck
I beg to
infrastructure.
differ. But yes, there is possibly an entire animal infrastructure, construction monkeys et al.
Keith Harris would argue with me, I believe, about the...
I don't. I wish I could fly or talk to the sky, but I can't. I can't.
I don't know whose voice, I don't know whose Mordcast voice that is, but it's somebody. I know it's Orville, but...
I can't.
I don't know if I've done that, the Orville for someone. Sit clip 2, The Simpsons.
It's like the monkeys. Yeah, that was it.
Monkeys.
Just to clarify, that was it for his entire run. I believe there is something, I looked on the wiki, feel free to look, but it says that there's a picture of him at some point in the show following this. But in terms of like the 750 credits that has everybody in, does not. Oh, he's in the movie apparently. I missed that.
Apparently, and he's in the episode Specs in the City where his name is seen.
Yes, that's the one that I got. If you go to the other wiki that isn't terrible,
what's that one called?
Fandom. You just it'll be the next one down.
Wiki Simpsons.
Oh yes, that might have been the good one actually.
Mr. Burns was inspected by the Department of Labor, although a woman. I just after duck wagon nuclear waste. Get back to work, Stewart. Later, he was seen pecking the head of a fellow employee. Is that true?
Press on that number 1. Let's find out. Apparently, I only watched that clip, but it's very possible. I've done a poor job this week. I will admit that. I put this content together like less than 24 hours ago, I think.
You have to say that you probably at the very least need to go back and watch that episode and edit in the clip of him tapping the man's head, and then I will comment on it later and you can insert that right here.
Indeed.
What do we got here at all? Is this a second hidden Stew clip?
This is a retrieved hidden Stew clip that we and I did not catch the first time around, despite him only being in one episode.
So we are watching, I guess, Homer. We're seeing Homer talk to Mindy. We're seeing some employees fight with chairs. And then as we cut across, we see some more employees fighting. And then finally, we see the thing we are here for, which is Disco Stewart pecking the head of a passed out employee in a what can only be described as a small kitchen area.
Extremely violent clip for Stewart.
What?
Given that it's implying that he has knocked this man out as well.
Oh yeah, and he's pecking his head.
Literally.
Yes, quite literally pecking his head.
Bez.
Do we know why Stewart is pecking the head and why everyone's fighting?
We know it's just to show that they need a couple, they need a pairing to go to this convention. And it's framing it so it looks like Homer and Mindy are the only people who actually get along.
So this, okay.
It's just that nobody likes anybody in this plant. I'm surprised it wasn't Zoo Troy though, that he's pecking. Just to call back to the scene.
Yeah.
He's just a random guy.
As we've said, Zoo Troy seems to be overlooked in this Stew cast. But anyway, what a revelation. Stewart, far from being the mild-mannered duck that we saw in the first clip, is actually a violent monster who hates his fellow work.
Eager to violence and pro-oppression.
Does this change anything about Stewart, or is it just something that we kind of really should have suspected?
I think it just makes him more Springfieldian that he succumbs to violence so easily.
He's a bit of a mobber, isn't he?
Like the town is a bit of a mobber.
Didn't become a bit of a mobber.
That's it. He's pecking in the head. Violent man.
Yeah.
Duck.
Clip tree.
Well, that blew my mind that we just saw that. And yes.
Clip tree. So the guy hits the handshake on tapped Ood, rest in peace. And friendship level 13, Stewart Duck is received. Does Stewart have any missions for Stewart, or is that it?
No, that is it.
So we find Stewart Duck, and he's got his little carriage of radioactive material.
Get back to work, Stewart.
Get back to work, Stewart, indeed.
He knows
Here we
his
go.
pulse.
Quack. Quack is his catchphrase.
Quack.
There's little Stewart Duck wandering around next to that cat or something. Or it is, it's the Springfield Boogaloo. Is there a connection between the two of them? Because when I Googled Stewart Duck art, that character popped up immediately.
Which one?
The Simpsons goofball.
Oh, that's not who I meant. But no, there is no connection between them, as far as I know. But he does have a sort of duck-shaped face.
Well, that's one thing we've got. Yeah, Stewart Duck.
Yeah, I don't know what. There is no connection unless he spoke to the duck within the game somewhere.
Get yourself a Stewart the Duck hoodie.
Excellent.
From Redbubble. Loads of ducks. I'm not going to get into the rabbit hole or the duck hole of rabbits. The rabbit hole
Internet
of ducks.
ducks.
But there's a YouTube video that talks about all the ducks: Donald Duck, Daffy Duck, etc. Darkwing Duck, Scrooge McDuck. What other ducks do we know? There are famous ducks.
I'm frankly not interested in any other duck. This is it's a one and done situation for me.
It is Psyduck.
Oh yeah, I do like Psyduck actually, and also Golduck. But Stewart is
Chicken Little.
that's not a duck.
I know Abigail Mallard is Chicken Little's best friend.
Alfred J. Quack.
Baby Huey.
Count Duckula.
Count Duckula, yeah.
Within the pantheon of ducks, I still put Stewart quite high because he is simply a regular duck doing human jobs.
That's right.
Without really knowing why he's doing them.
Yeah.
It's probably one of our happiest. Yeah, exactly. One of our happiest casters so far.
Queer duck.
Oh yes.
A gay anthropomorphic duck who works as a nurse.
Exactly. I feel like I remember that.
I don't know about that. Anyway, yeah, there's outside of your big ones, you ain't got that many really worth writing home about. And yeah, I think you're very much right that Stewart Duck might be the winner. When you click Stewart the Duck, he quacks. That's pretty much it. That is a very Donald Duck quack.
It's a good, cute quack. I think it's the same quack.
I do
as
like it though.
I don't think so. I think the quack when he quacks before is like a proper duck quack, and I think that is a Donald Duck quack.
Look at that screen.
Hire at least one woman. Get back.
Is exactly the Donald Duck quack. What did you say about screen grab?
Press play. He's not done the correct noise yet.
Get back to work, Stewart.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's Donald Duck through and through.
Yes, he was with Morty
Really?
in a completely coincidental way, as this is not my footage.
Good lord. That is a Maudie ghost, isn't it? The scary Maudie ghost. And who's that one,
Yeah.
Darkwing Duck?
That's Mindy Simmons, which is also quite ironic because that's the episode in which Stewart appears, and there's sort of no connection. Like they just wander around your town.
Do you say he's in a bongo or not?
Oh yeah, so yeah,
So you
Stewart
got-
was a prize that you won upon if you visited other people's towns. You would gain these like friendship points, and they had like 13 or 14 prizes, with Stewart being one of the later ones. They're in. You could have asked me that out loud.
Where them bongs? I just thought it was
They're
funny
in
to
the
write.
file. Oh no, I've not sent you the photo. Sorry, I apologise profusely. Yeah, I think Stampy was another one that you got, and it's a
Right.
shame that some of the animals or some of the sort of like zombies or things that weren't particularly. I don't know what the choice pattern was, but some of them they would just put in there and you click on them and they just do a little animation like that.
Right.
Whereas like 90% of the characters you unlock, you've seen it before. You get all the listed jobs and things, don't you?
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
can do.
I do.
So Stewart did not get that privilege, presumably because they couldn't think of 8 to 9 different jobs to give him.
Oh, that would have been easy. It would have been a lot of fun. Where them
Yeah,
bongs?
it seems it seems like a strange choice given that most of them, including animals, up. I just use the Vicky cast as a.
That's right. Oh, that's what you're referring to. So we got he's now white, which would suggest he's grown up a little bit, and his helmet is orange, and they are protesting outside of the nuclear power plant with this glass tower. Burns on fur, workers unite. Stewart doesn't seem to have a placard, but he is wailing. Wailing, but not Smithers, and it says Smithers is, and he's out there with Carl and this goofy ass guy over the left hand side, and they're just shouting all over the place.
Yeah, it's your bog standard Springfield placard event.
Oh yeah, and this is a
called?
later bongo because it's post Morrison, except for Morrison's there.
Oh no, it's like issue 30 or something.
Oh, well,
Yeah, Mindy once again is there, which makes that's basically 3-on-3
right.
for Mindy Simmons and Stewart connectivity, which even though they never meet on screen, they meet on panel
Yeah.
and on bong and on tapped out, but they do not meet on screen. However, it is the same episode that they are introduced.
What does
So
she
maybe
do?
Stewart
Oh,
belongs to
Mindy, you
Mindy.
came and you something.
Exactly. On my vacation away from working. Yeah, I think he's just part of things here. I think he probably, again, doesn't really know what's going on. Everybody's causing a scene, so he's just up in arms, if you will, or up in wings,
Up in
if you will,
wings. I will.
about something. And it's nice that whoever wrote this issue, drew this issue, whatever, thought of Stewart before Zootroy.
Yeah, pencils. Stephanie Bladoon and Bill Morrison.
I think there is I was thinking about this when I was doing this Stewart content, that there's a power plant employees cast in us. Not spoiling it for yourself.
Right.
And then we skip ahead probably 7 years in terms of Bongo now. This is you scroll down ever so slightly, this is issue 200 or some shit.
180. So yeah, and they're monthly, right? So 150 months later. Did they ever make them bi-weekly or did they stay monthly?
I think they were always monthly.
They were bi-monthly at the beginning.
They were. I'm going to go. I think by the time they came to England, though, they were monthly in general. I think based on this and the fact that there's a recurring power plant employee thing going on, that man might have been Gummy Joe in the image above.
Right. Oh, that
That would
guy.
make sense.
He's here. He's here, isn't he?
Yes, I thought that was Disco Stew, actually. And I've just realised it's not, is it?
This is Gummy Joe and the Gummy Joe cast. Surely there's a Gummy Joe cast in us.
Oh yeah, the power plant employees thing is well worth a watch. We got Zootroy, Mindy. Outside of Lenny and Carl, you got Zootroy, Mindy, Stewart, a guy called Smitty.
Yeah.
Frank Grimes.
Etc. So anyway, Carl, Lenny, Zootroy, and Gummy Joe, you can each pick up a pony on your way home tonight. A pony is mean like an amount of money, or but also Stewart doesn't get any ponies.
No, also I don't know what this means or what it's. I've never read this.
No,
I like the sort of from Hellish, minimal group shot with no background though. It's
No
you can
background.
see where they're gonna go. Where is this gonna go in terms of bongo experimentation?
Yes, BE.
And I think it's going to be very exciting when we get to those issues because the art just starts going wild at some point.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. He controls the donuts, controls and we are down to a big, beautiful 200 episode 211-ish, 211, like power plant. I don't know what you would call this, like I
It's
don't know,
like a Where's Wally, isn't it? But
it's like a map, like a bird's eye map where Homer's running around, I guess, trying to catch this donut, which is very cool.
yes, I believe I might be wrong again because I didn't fact check this, but this might be the last manga.
All
It
right.
goes to about it's around 211 when it ends. I
Okay.
can't remember exactly, but
I'm not going to
yeah, you
check.
get all the big hitters. Let's see if you can lock eyes on Stewart the Duck.
Stuart's here.
Oh, you found him. Good job.
I did.
It encapsulates basically everything about
Who's
the power
this?
plant.
What the hell's going on here?
I have no idea. It must be. I don't know if it's just an additional gag that's inside a testing room, but I don't
Okay.
remember that. So either it's a reference to a bongo itself, or it's from
That would be
something
cool.
that I've never seen. Which I think we're still in like the season 20s, so it's definitely not something from the show that I have forgot about. Although it might be.
Although you imagine it would be cool if he was referencing a bongo, but you can't imagine he's referencing a bongo. But he
You'd
could
think
be.
not, but they do bring that. I vaguely remember reading the last one, and they do bring that guy back, the weird power plant doctor.
All right,
Who
from
we-
the episode 1.
Yeah, with like the glasses. So they do some sort of bongo references. It's not against the grain of their integrity.
No, but it's a really good image, but mostly I'm not going to describe everything because it's not really, you can see it on screen right now, and it's not really about that. It's about Stewart. And all we can see is Stewart's doing a runner. He's running around wild away from a giant spider. You got to imagine this is an imaginary thing, not a real world Simpsons thing. But I don't see
the
Oh Man
spider.
Zutro.
Yeah, no, I couldn't find Zutro. The spider is a very early, it's like season 4 or something. It's the one where he's trying to get out of the power plant to go to the Duff brewery, a word I struggle with.
Brewery.
Brewery.
Brewery. Brewery.
Yeah, I also cannot see Zootroy, which is very strange given the amount of effort they went into with this.
Yeah, he's got me jaw there.
It's not looking good for him. I'm only seeing like 2/3 of the image though.
Really? I can see the whole image.
No, I can as well. No, it's not. And we're missing missing Laurie Goodman.
We are missing Laurie Goodman. We got Mindy here. We got Grimy here. We got Blinky here. This been mentioned before? This is a real homage, right?
Probably is what I'm going to say.
And what's this kind of burr thing? Is that from the show?
I think it's supposed to be the bird that's normally in his office.
All right.
In Burns' office, he's got like a giant, like mounted polar bear.
We do have a Hoover. We do have a
Fella.
Hoover appearance, and I guess this is a little Ralph, a little Lisa.
And I don't know what that dog is either. I don't know if that's
I don't know what that
a
dog is.
power plant thing. But yeah, there's a couple of
Vice principal.
Oh yeah, I do. I think it might be vice president
Okay.
of the plant. I think that might be Charlie near the 2 donut homers, where it's a safety. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, there's quite a few power plant people, including Tom Jones, that could have made it and didn't.
That's the fun one. So we then takes us. Is this the same one?
No, this is a very strange one. This is from I got like super deep divey.
Yeah.
It's from like a newspaper comic strip, which I'd never seen before. Spoilers, somebody's wife might be in one of the other ones. But yeah, I found them on like a random website that had them all documented from I think it's from 2000 to 2002 or something, and it just one or two panel strips like this.
Okay.
Appeared in some sort of magazine or newspaper that was not The Simpsons comic.
Indeed. Lordy, I am Bordy. Well, let's see what's going on with the techno peasants, which is a cool line. And we're assuming this down here is not Mindy Simmons, and instead is MF. That would be strange. Why would she be on that?
That would be strange, but it is Mindy Simmons.
Okay. And this guy is Stewart Duck, which is why we're here. So it's cool. This guy, is this Gummy Joe, or is this not Gummy Joe? Who's that?
No, that looks like the guy who says just stamp the ticket, who doesn't work at the power plant, but
Not as far as you know.
I think there's quite a lot of Stewart in terms of, animals gain more fans when they've got these little moments, I would say.
Yeah.
Like people remember Pinchy, people remember Stewart. So I just imagine these
Bitey.
little cameos are from people who just enjoyed seeing Stewart, which is
Yeah.
there's always been some form of purpose with our character appearances. I suppose the purpose here is we need 9 power plant employees, but
We do.
yeah,
But
it's
they
just
obviously run out because they've got generic Mask Man up here and just Stampede Man, and Martin Prince is dead.
I believe that is Charlie, who is the only other. He's sort of like the Sam and Larry of the power plant. Yeah, once again, Zootroy has been overlooked in favour of Stewart, as if they have to pick between the two. And once again, Mindy and Stewart are together, which I think that puts us on every single one so far.
How about this one? So we come down to Treehouse of Horror 7, and this is a beautifully rendered, like semi-realistic version of caricatures.
I remember this issue profusely from childhood, and I remember loving this at the time, and now I love it even more. Because if you have a brief glance around that image, there's like 8 or 9 of our casters on there.
Well, we've got database down here for sure. We got Leopold up here.
Cashmere, Ned.
I guess Cashmere, Ned Flanders.
Willie, Doris at the back.
Who's
Edna.
this guy? Dr. Dementor, right? I've mentioned him before. I want to do one on him.
Dr. Colossus, Mole Man in front of him.
Yeah, Krusty. Little Stew the Duck, hidden right behind comic book guy. Worst parody ever, he's saying.
This is the weirdest.
Who's this one?
Edna.
Oh yeah, there's Skinner, right? Mole Man.
You got a cool Doris behind Skinner.
We don't
there as well.
Duffman's there, but we do not have an MF, right?
No, she's long gone by this point. But yeah, it's from a Halloween issue where they basically clone the Simpsons family, and they clone them into like different comic book styles, and then this is the culmination of that is that everybody, just in this one panel, it shows you everybody has been changed. This is the weirdest appearance for Stewart because it's got nothing to do with anything.
He
looked like a duck before, and he looks like a duck now.
But that's funny because it is kind of cute, and it's almost humorous. It's very humorous that he has not changed style at all. Maybe he's impervious to style change, something that we will pick up on real soon. Anything else to say about Stew Pop?
No. I think we've said everything we can. He's very cute and he's very fun.
He's cute and fun. Sketch 3. Plot. Dilly uses philosophy to distract Flimsy and steal his store-bought margarita pizza. Finally, a quiet moment for my store-bought margarita pizza. The cheese is perfectly pixelated. Do you know, Flimsy, that the pizza is a metaphor for the void? The crust represents the boundaries of our scripted reality, while the basil is a cry for help from the realist real. Is it? I thought it was just lunch. Snatching a slice. It's an elegant statement like your organdy ribbons. While you're deconstructing the subtext, I'm reconstructing the toppings in my stomach. Nom nom nom. I mean quack quack quack.
Oh, Flimsy. You just got outmaneuvered by a bird who quotes Kurt Vonnegut whilst eating pepperoni. Nice chat, boy.
To continue my story, actually, I arrived at the nuclear power plant, not remembering how I'd been hired. Then I met Zootroy. Immediately began spying on each other. I discovered he was secretly importing anti-light bulbs. He discovered I owned 17 waistcoats. Neither of us proud of these facts. After a long silence, we agreed never to discuss them again. That was the beginning of our friendship, or our Cold War. It's difficult to tell with Zootroy.
Thanks, Duck. It is. I thought we were going to be looking into this as a Stewart and Zootroy two-hander, but I like that it turned into a Stewart and Mindy two-hander by accident.
Very good. So slim pickings on the artwork. Actually, here is one. I don't have a name for it, but it's essentially a fairly faithful rendering of Stewart scampering across with his nuclear waste flask.
It's cute. It's quite wacky races as well. Like you wouldn't be able to place this as a Simpsons image if you did not know what it was referencing.
That's true. Yeah, he doesn't have any of the hallmarks of the Simpsons illustration style.
No, and there's not much you can do with a duck really in terms of changing it. All the smaller animals tend to look like just cartoon animals, whereas, like the cats and the dogs have a specific Springfield style.
What's this one? So, hold on. Cheaty and Drinking Bird. So there are at least 2 other sort of duck characters.
Yeah, there's you know, there's all kinds of stuff. I remember one where all the
All
ducklings
kinds of
walk
stuff.
across the road with
Yes,
the
but Chi-Chi
firefighters.
is an actual character, but he's actually only just a rubber duck. But he appears in more media than Stewart does. He appears
Yes.
apparently in 3 episodes plus of The Simpsons Kid and Tap Dive.
Beautiful. He was also owned by Reverend Lovejoy.
Indeed.
Yeah,
And then we
there's
have the drinking bird, who is not really a duck, but is very similar.
yeah. Had I have tried like 20% harder, I could have gone through. You know, we could have looked at all the ducks under the impression that they were all Stewart, but that would be a mod too far in terms
A
of me
mod.
deciding who is Stewart. But
Indeed,
yeah,
right? Indeed.
that's all she wrote.
So this
I
one
like
is
this.
this is kind of a graffiti stew. Yeah, I don't know who the artist was, but it's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, this one looks like Stewart has been spending time with Poochie, which
Yeah.
I'm a fan of.
9% more rastified.
And again, without the hard hat, you would have no claim to say this is a Simpsons image.
No, it's
So,
cool though,
I
isn't
like
it? It's like he's just throwing it down, isn't he? Street style.
It's transcending
Space and
style.
time. Here's a Stewart, I guess, floating through space on some bread.
Exactly. Is this one that you made?
No comment.
Is the other one? Are they all ones that you made?
No comment.
Yeah, he is. I
If you
wondered why
don't know, it
people-
doesn't matter.
I wondered why bread kept coming up, because considering he's never been affectionate to bread, and I wondered why several people were making references to this. However, yeah, this is a more cartoony take, to be honest. This is slightly more in line with what he could have looked like had it been like season 2 or 3,
Yeah.
when they really didn't give a shit what people look like.
What season was it?
5.
Ah.
So still early days.
Here we go. Obviously, this is from the Funko selection. Did you get this one?
No, and we're at that point. I don't know if this is real or not. I know it's not, is it?
The clue would be here. This guy is not Zeus.
Yeah.
That was the
just-
only clue that I could think that this might not be real, but also that maybe they just
The
maybe-
fact that you made it and there's a Gemini thing at the bottom of it. I'll give it
Is
away
there?
for you.
No, that's on the.
Oh no,
that's
that's
on
your
the back
thing.
end.
Yeah.
That's on the back end. But he does
I would-
mention antique light bulbs and
He's
his
also got waistcoats that he never wore,
jazz pianist.
which was on the back of that card, I think.
Was it? No,
Um,
that was a cartoon thing.
Now I would 100% purchase this if it was real. It's easy. It's an easily doable figure as well. I'm surprised they've never brought. Had they made a Mindy Simmons figure, or a
Maybe
Zoom
they
Troy
did.
figure,
Maybe this is real.
they would.
I bet this one when
it would've
Stuart
been-
appeared in an episode of Will-O the Wisp.
Finish my sentence.
Sorry, it cut out. I thought you'd finished.
This is beautiful. I don't know why he found himself there, or why he's halfway through a Twix, but
That looks more like a Mars bar than a Twix, to be honest.
you think? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's what the actual chocolate. The rapaging is for a Twixer.
Oh, yeah.
I would watch this. I like that telly woman. Forgot her name, but I liked her.
Evil Edna.
That was it. Yeah, don't know what he's doing there. Neither does he.
Just
He's
hanging
not
out.
at work though.
No. Like right now, I think he's hanging out with my favorites from the 70s, the Flumps. But he appears to have spilled a lot of nuclear waste all over the place. So
Maybe this is what killed him.
maybe Grandpa
It is
Flump.
lovely.
I'd love to do a Flumps cast. Are you familiar with the Flumps? We talked about them before.
Vaguely, I sort of. They look. I've seen these people before.
I mean, that's shockingly realistic.
It is
For-
very, very flumpy, and he
Yeah.
fits right in. He fits into any world.
This is when I think he was in that episode of Breaking Bad.
I do. I remember that one when they cut off that turtle's head or whatever.
And I think
Yeah.
Jesse is saying, "You bitch."
Probably. I am the Stewart.
Twix is
Uh,
everywhere.
Why? Why is it so many at the back as well?
There's bags
it
full
is-
of Twix.
He's getting extracurricular in his activities, but he's remained true to Stewart through all of these images at least. So
That's it. That's what I liked about it. Stuart's a very malleable mallard.
indeed, I like what you did there.
Sketch 4. The Kraken's new mentor. Lawrence and Flimsy discover Dilly is teaching baby Kraken how to rebel.
Flimsy, look at the pond. The baby kraken is making strange shapes with its tentacles. Looks like a middle finger.
Tilly is standing on his head. He's coaching it. That's it, kid. Channel your inner Marky Smith. If we don't exist when the recording stops, we might as well cause a bit of festive entropy. Tell Brendan and Nathan we want higher resolution for our pond.
Who are Brendan and Nathan? He's teaching the monster how to have an identity crisis. This is a worst episode ever scenario in the making.
I
believe.
I demand a facelift and an extra line under my eyes. I'm the urban spaceman of the swamp. Quack to the future, babies. I think I like him, Lawrence. He brings a certain glitter to our existential dread.
Oh, Green Man's on the wind, rising to a chilling howl. The three-legged dog has barked at the void. The salt circle shivers. Beware, the Lord of Three Eagles is coming.
That sounds like a setup, Green Man. Oh, he's gone. Every Friday night.
How did this talk about Stewart the Duck for an hour and 45 minutes? Oh, that's how they didn't.
But that's surely in spirit of the broadcast, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. No complaint.
Very much so. Every Friday night, I became a quackadoodle jazz pianist. One evening, my audience consists of Mo, a raccoon and a mop wearing sunglasses. I played the greatest performance of my life. Mo fell asleep. The raccoon stole my wallet. The mop fell over at the end. I chose to interpret this as applause. As I walked home, I realized my brothers became proper ducks. I became a union member, an animation consultant, a bird politician, and a jazz musician. Mother always said every creature has a purpose. Mine apparently was wandering into strange situations and never leaving it. Quack, 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 quack.
Quack.
The
That
end.
was, as the ladies call me, Hey You Behind the Bushes. Phenomenal.
Well, we did it. We did it. We brought it just in
Quack.
in an hour and a half. So
And serving pure pay wet. Possibly the best two phrases.
brilliant. The end.
The end indeed.
Midnight. Not a sound from the zoo, Troy. Has to the moon lost her steward. She is quacking alone in the plant light. Then the nuclear waste collects at my feet, and the steward begins to quack. Quack, quack, all alone in the quack, quack. I can quack at the season 5 days. I was employed then. I remember the time I knew what Stewart the Duck was. Let the Stewart live again. Every street lamp seems to beat a fatalistic warning. Mindy Simmons mutters, and then Sue Troy flutters, and Stewart will be mourning. Stewart, I must quack for the sunrise. I must think of a Norman's life, and I mustn't give in when the Big Daddy comes. And who the fuck is Pam Flanders too? And a Flossie Murphy will begin. Burnt out ends of broken days. No es macho. What did you do to make you Sarah Wiggum this morning? A Larry Dowrin dies. Another cast is over. Another crusty yellow toenail with bits of balled up fluff is dawning. Stewart! It's so easy to quack, quack. All alone with my honk, honk of my quacks in the honk. If you touch the beak, you'll understand why it's the feet. Look
A new cast has begun.